what's the current biggest risk to managing time, resources and performance within small businesses? Kind of a big question, but it's a nice one to finish on.
I think it kind of goes back to the point earlier with that high performance productivity. It's, when we look at, I did a speech last year before COVID it was 12 months ago about how to future-proof our business. And I think that, the key points from that was we have to be tech savvy. We have to understand what tech is out there to support us to do the things that we need to do. We have to drive the candidate and the candidate experience. We have to build our soft skills. We have to be adaptable and flexible to change. And we have to focus on the things that give us the greatest return on investment. And return on investment isn't always necessarily the money to pay the placement fee. It's the return on investment of, in fact, I'll just digress slightly, but, I've got a client where we had a discussion about assessing the commercial viability of jobs that they work on in their business. So I'm like, okay, so what's the average cost to fill? What's the average cost of placement? What's the time to fill, et cetera, et cetera? So I was trying to come up with a calculation that if recruiters' default was posting a job on Seek before they did any other sorting activities, how much that time, resources and effort was actually put into putting the job on Seek and whether it was successful or not. So I was trying to look for the cost of a job and whether it would be viable or not to actually recruit in that way. And the client turned around and said to me, and I absolutely agree with him now, and he just said, well, it's not about the cost of that job. It's not about the cost of filling that job. It's not actually about whether we actually placed that candidate that applied for that job or not. It's about if we gave them an exceptional experience and they become a brand ambassador for us and they introduce us to 5 other people and we place all 5 of those. So you can never really truly look at the cost of a job. So I digressed a little bit there for a second, but
okay.
It's just like sometimes return on investment isn't just monetary based. It's about the opportunities that can lead to if that candidate's not placed. So with time and resources and performance, it's actually focusing all of your time and your energy to maximize every single thing that you do. Because what I've seen for years is people that often start from ground zero when they get a new job on, or start from ground zero when they want to do a particular project. And we often don't need to start at ground zero. There's always something we can take and replicate. So it's like that, that center of influence, the Malcolm Gladwell tipping point. And the Kevin Bacon. Have you seen the Kevin Bacon? No, how connected you are to Kevin Bacon. I'll send you the
Kevin Bacon, the actor Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. There is a theory that every single one in this world is within 3 connections of connectivity to Kevin Bacon.
That's hilarious.
And it actually works. Everyone I know has typed their name in of someone famous that they know, and they're connected to Kevin Bacon because he knows everybody. So anyway, my point is that every day, are we using resources to leverage time for our return on investment? Every day, are we using technology to leverage our time and return on investment? And are we focusing on the activities that are going to leverage our time?
Yeah, great.
All about leverage. Everything's about leverage.
And I think there's so many ways now to resource a business. You think about just outsourcing VAs, those sorts of things, the tech that would take us tens of thousands of dollars to build a few years ago. You can have it for like $30 a month now. There is so much out there, and I know it can get a bit daunting because there is so much, but if you start from what you need in your business first and then go and find what you need, everything is there to help you spend less time and be more productive. And if you are working 16 hours a day, it's time to have a look at, what's missing in those areas that you mentioned about. So that's a really nice thing to finish on there, Amanda.